I have some mint oil. Perhaps we should try that. A guest at Wanmin Restaurant recommended it to me. I've tried it. Apologies in advance.
Wait! Shenhe?
See? It worked.
Are you okay, Ganyu?
I'm fine. I just feel chilly all over.
Huh. Was it that effective?
Chilly, huh? Master always says a cool head leads to a calm. Paimon doesn't think that's what the expression means exactly.
Was I asleep? Must have been around the time I usually take my
Did you not sleep last night? That does seem to happen. Perhaps you should come work at Wanmin Restaurant with me.
I couldn't. I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Me? My name...
Calming. The name sounds familiar. People tell me you're an extremely...
well, you know me.
My name is Ganyu.
It's an honor to finally meet you. Oh, you must be here for Auntie Xianyun's kite...
Yes. I have neither made nor flown a kite before. As long as Master...
Me too! I want to participate in the kite flying competition with my best. Plus, it's more meaningful if you make the... Your best friend didn't come with you? Well, Chi-Chi's been super busy helping Dr. Baiju lately. Oh, I also brought bandages and ointment with me today. It's easy to cut yourself.
Wow, you're really...
As for myself, I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite and just enjoy the fest, but Cloud Retainer is always going out of her way to look after her juniors. It was so thoughtful of her to arrange this work. My motivation for being here might be a little...
Well, we're all here, but where the heck is Xianyun?
Who is it that speaks of oneself in such an ill-tempered...
Oh, come on! You clearly heard Paimon! Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone. Come get it while it... Oh, Paimon, sorry, Miss Illuminated Bird! Paimon always knew you were the smartest, coolest, and prettiest Adeptus. Someone as wonderful as you is sure... So delicious. Paimon's life is...
It appears that we've ended up with quite a few participants indeed. The materials are over here. The regular dyes and luminescent ones have been clearly marked. As for how to make the kite, one assumes you all made sure to listen to the instructions one provided while we were eating.
Paimon may have focused a little too hard on the eating and Paimon knew she could count on you, Traveler.
One will wait under this tree and avail oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not hesitate to seek one's company if you...
We're not in any hurry to get started. Hey, Gaming! Want to team up?
Huh? But I have to participate? I thought I'd be done for the day after adjusting the dye form.
You're that unenthused by kite making, huh?
No, it's not that. It would take too long to what shape... What do you think, Shuyu? Is there a particular design...
I want a Swanee!
That might be a little...
True, but I still want to... Auntie Cloud Retainer, look! Am I doing it right?
Very good. Your frame is nice and sturdy. This design...
Yep.
One is looking forward to...
What color are you going to make it, Yao Yao? I haven't decided yet. If I make it blue, it'll...
If you are asking for one's own opinion, when giving a gift, the key consideration is the recipient's feelings.
Oh, hey, I never told...
With age comes wisdom, child.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna start painting it
Good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. One was under the impression that one was supposed...
We actually haven't started yet, but we're going to start, right now.
Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from putting things on my horn.
I see.
Thank you. No harm done.
Good. Could I touch them just once more, though? No oil or anything.
Huh? Please, I told you. Just call me Ganyu. Well, all right. Just be gentle.
Firm to the touch with no discernible temperature. Oh, not unlike certain... Oh, still, Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. I see. Then I'll apply the oil to your...
Oh, no need. I'll just... refrain... Anyway, we should perhaps we should just choose the most traditional...
Okay.
Well, they seem to be getting along swimmingly. We should get started on our kite now. Let's go. First, we have to decide on the shape. Hey, what are you laughing at? Oh, that's... If nothing else, a Paimon-shaped kite could at least make sure you never get lost on your travels. Maybe we're not exercising enough artistic license. Ooh. Now, what expression should we give her? Ooh, like this? Ooh. That's... Now that we've decided, let's... It's done! Now we just have to attach the string, right?
All right, gather around, everyone.
Oh, Shenyun's calling us!
Let one take a look.
Wow! Ganyu and Shenhe made a scissor-tailed swallow! Yep. The coloring... If the tail wasn't split in two like that, it might even be a spitting image! If you look closely, there are a few spots where the colors go outside the lines. Did you doze off while...
I did the painting. I stared at the paper for quite some time, but or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form? Even when she stands before...
Oh, well, now that you mention it...
Exactly.
No way. You can paint with your eyes closed? Wow.
You are most filial, Shenhe.
The Swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks very majestic.
The eyes and ears glow in the dark. Your golden finch is cute too, Yao Yao. It's all thanks...
What about your kite, traveler?
Ta-da! Here it is!
Its self-important countenance bears a...
It makes her look like she's already won the... Well,
Is that the Jade Chamber?
Oh? Ugh. Who dares attempt such a flagrant display of impropriety? Oh, and to do so by making use of this? crude piece of mortal machinery. One simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence. Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Cloud Retainer? Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go after Cloud Retainer?
Master's going to be okay, right?
I'm more worried about the person who released the kite.
There's wind up ahead! Looks like we can glide over! It's right there!
This Fontanian device of mechanical motion is quite curious indeed.
Now is hardly an opportune time for your musings. Someone among us was not sufficiently attentive, and now the kite has vanished.
Calm yourself. Do you have any...
One believes it drifted in the direction of Mount Outsong. Perhaps it is mere happenstance, but one feels a certain sense...
Your concern is Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or secluded in her abode attending to her On the subject of said kite, however, one simply must remark on the genius of its windless lift technology. One cannot help but surmise that...
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you profess such a thing, we can both say farewell to any further use of the Supreme Cuisine Machine.
One presumes that the...
Huh?
Regard the situation with which we are now confronted. This is all your fault.
One's fault? One seems to recall that releasing the kite was no solitary and... Say something, Mountain Shaper. Surely you can think of something to appease her.
Further explanation shall only fan the flames of her wrath. It would be better...
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice during Lantern Rite. But what about the Moon Chase Festival? Sooner or later, she will discover our true identity.
Go retrieve the...
Absolutely not.
That is not our...
Oh, so an adeptus...
Ah, you're an Adeptus? Please forgive us for any improper... I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain. Pray, who could be responsible?
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite... Well, and if that's all...
We finally caught up. You sure do fly fast in your illuminated bird form, Xinyan. Mooncarver? Mountain Sheeper?
You!
Okay, now Paimon's getting away.
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through their disguises. One was simply curious as to how long they would keep up the act.
Then you are not angry?
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also...
We were simply consumed by a fit of festive spirit. Seldom, however, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that require a deftness of hand. No worthy kite could be born of our own making. Thus, we could only take the convenient route, so to speak.
Your prowess in mechanics is unparalleled, Cloud Retainer. You wield the wind and waves themselves. Your singular talent...
One has guests to attend to. We will have to... Traveler, Paimon, do try to keep up.
We're leaving already?
they're back.
Paimon's poop.
After you left, Yao Yao and Shu Yu tired them. Gao Ming offered to escort them home.
Before he left, he said something that
Oh? What did he say?
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies or how high it soars. Its tether prevents it from ever truly flying free. He looked quite dejected as he said this.
Now that you mention it, Gao Ming did seem to have a rather strange attitude towards kites.
A reflection of himself. Oh, if I were a kite,
Shenhe?
It may be an exceedingly slim and distant connection. If Gaming truly sees a kite as a reflection of himself, then I fear I understand his...
Well, people often have different points of view depending on their mindset and experiences, right? It's actually...
Just like some people can eat spicy food, but...
Exactly. That's why tolerance and understanding...
Tolerance and understanding?
We were just chatting. You don't have to...
One was merely... Night fast approaches. If you are otherwise unoccupied, one would entreat you to stay and eat
Oh, it's been so long since I've...
Worry not. One has prepared a variety of meat and vegetable dishes. One is more than... Shenhe, Ganyu, come with...
Whoa, what's with all the secrecy? You're not trying to play favorites, are you? If you're ready to serve the food, we can help... This is...
Oh, I can feel the wind brushing against my legs. This is a bit embarrassing. Is the headpiece secure? I should have asked Cloud Retainer to check before I stepped outside.
How do we look?
She asked them just like that?
You look pretty too, Ganyu! Oh,
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor... What colors have you been partial to lately, Shenhe and...
Lately, why is Cloud Retainer's...
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has
The color black doesn't get dirty easily. A virtue I've come to value recently.
And you, Ganyu?
I favor blue and black.
And the material is sufficiently
Yes, very. I simply...
Thank you, Master.
One is content, as long as you are pleased with...
seems like your supreme cuisine machine is... This golden crab's particularly good. The shell's deliciously crunchy, and the meat inside is so succulent and sweet! Paimon can't stop eating! It's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know, with chopsticks.
He traveled all this way on account of the kite-making workshop, and he spent the whole afternoon looking after Oh, well.
It's rare for someone to make such a good impression on you.
One, he appears to be a young man of much merit, and one is not the type...
It appears that he wishes to break free from the kite string that Tev...
Kite string? Huh, what strange metaphors you speak in...
Where do we even begin? Oh, do you know about the conflict?
One has only heard that the two are not...
He ran away from home.
Oh?
Ran away, you say?
Okay.
What?
This shall not do. Lantern Rite fast approaches. As one was contacting various tailors around Liyue, he possessed a singular talent for clothing design. He had an exquisite eye, not at a gathering of adepti. Bonanis once complained in secret to some of the ladies in attendance that the skirt Menogius made for her was too long and impractical. However, when one asked Menogius his opinion, he remarked that the train of the skirt would serve to enhance her adepto countenance by exemplifying a certain elegance. And later, one means to say that Lantern Rite should be it is a time to address problems before they turn. Fate is fickle. The cruel reality of this world is that suffering and misfortune can befall any of us without design or reason. If there is a chance for young people to remain insulated from this reality, one should do one's utmost to make it so.
That's nice and all.
Do you have any ideas, Cloud Retainer?
Perhaps adeptal arts could be of use. No.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Combining our effort. Aha! How about this? Does that make sense to everyone?
Yep.
One's design. Now then, I counsel rest for all, and to make the necessary.
I'm all for work-life balance. I think this is pushing it. Ad Astra Abbott. Thank you for complete. Ad Astra. Come on. Enough procrastination. It's time to carry out the plan! Let's go find Gaming! Hope everything goes well. In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there. You're the one buying dim sum again?
Hey, when you put it like that, it makes it sound like I'm always the one losing.
Ah, perfect, you're all here. There's an important...
Alright, I've got the time.
Well, it's not just goods this time. I need you to escort a tea merchant and their wares from Chaoying Village to Liyue Harbor.
Sure. What's this merchant's address?
Here.
If the client's that important, then this must be a
Of course, the sooner you complete it, the better.
Alright, don't work too hard now, Longjo. We'll set off then.
You're a bit quiet today, Gaming. Oh, do you want Paimon to tell a story?
We're almost there. I'll take a rain check on that.
Hello, you must be the tea merchant heading to Liyue Harbor. We're here to escort you.
Dad?
Oh, so you're Gaming's father. Just leave this delivery to him. Trust Paim, everyone at the secure
Seems like you've made some sort of name for yourself.
The goods are all in order?
Yes, they're all here.
Then let's get going.
A very important client has asked for you. Paimon doesn't know how we would explain ourselves if you just didn't show up.
I see. I suppose I will have to trouble you all to escort me, then.
We've been walking for so long. Is anyone tired? How about we stop and rest for a bit?
I'm fine.
Gaming, don't you usually have some delicious snacks on you? Come on, bring them out so we can share them.
I'm fine. Thank you.
But the buttered melon cake you get.
This place looks nice and open. Why don't you all...
Huh? What about you?
I'm not tired. I'll keep watch.
Oh, but
Just let him go.
okay. We'll just share amongst ourselves then. Did you know, Uncle Ip, that the flavor of these...
Halt! Who goes there?
It appears that one's movements were overly conspicuous.
Enough of your musings. Focus. Focus on the matter at hand. Present your exquisite ornaments at once.
Indeed. Bring them forth.
Ah! It seems as if it won't be difficult to subdue them, but they might have something else waiting in store for Dad. Leave this to me. Traveler, Paimon.
No coming. It's too dangerous.
This is what I do.
A thorny foe indeed. Let us depart and seek a target softer in blows and
Don't think I'm gonna let you off so easily.
Away. Let us away.
Coming!
Don't worry. He said Paimon's even seen him take down a dozen or so treasure hoarders.
But coming, if he had just stayed by my side and learned the family.
We just have to trust him. Let's go on ahead. We'd bet...
All is going to plan.
Okay, we should be good to stop Hyunglee. Oh no, what is he doing here?
Good sir, please listen to me. Reel in your line and leave this place as quickly as you can. There are bandits in the area.
Bandits? Acting in broad daylight? Oh. Ah, I see. It appears many people are catching a chill as of late. If your throat...
Nope.
If there are indeed bandits in the area, then we should inform the Millilith at once. Oh? Such matters are best left to those with the necessary...
I suppose you're right. If ordinary people like us got involved, we would only cause more trouble.
Since we find ourselves otherwise unoccupied in this beautiful...
Uncle Ip does have a reason to be
Gaming. The name sounds somewhat familiar. Ah, yes. That is the name of the Ush...
Oh, have you seen him perform?
Indeed. I cannot help but admire his skill. He truly encapsulates... Usho dancing has become more well known in Liyue Harbor recently. However, although performers are seeing budding success, if you ask me, what truly deserves admiration is perseverance in the face of adversity. That is a rare attribute indeed. I have heard many of my acquaintances praise Gaming for his kind, selfless, and courageous disposition. To have a child so accomplished and upright, you must be a very proud parent indeed, Uncle Ip.
Seems like Zhongli has decided to skip the formalities.
He's a hard worker.
You should be sure to tell him you think that when...
Your son is young yet. It's normal for someone his age to be a bit hot-headed. It's understandable to find talking about such things in person difficult. If there's a particular sentiment you...
No. It wouldn't be right. I've been in the tea business for most of my life, and I always hoped my child would do over the past few years. I heard how well he was doing for himself as a guard. When you're young, you can handle all that physically taxing work and manual labor. What young person isn't capable of making a living that way? My concern is what happens when you get old. Every time I get to thinking like that, I cannot help but be reinforced. I often regret introducing him to wushu dancing as a kid.
It is only natural for a parent to strive to send their child down the right path. No one would begrudge you that sentiment, Uncle Ip. You need not.
You seem quite young, Mr. Zhang.
Your words are too kind. Truth be told, one of my old friends, rather than fretting about their future, however, she prefers to let them find their own way.
Then she's more easygoing than I could ever. I meant to say earlier, there is no need.
Sure.
So, do you also?
That's not exactly what I was hoping to convey. Only a fool would ask a parent not to worry about their child. But think of it this way. Raising a child is not unlike flying a kite. Hold the string too tight, and it can no longer soar. As my friend once said, if your children are aiming for the stars, clipping their wings will only cause them to come crashing down. You need to let out the line for a kite to soar. You need not reproach your heart for caring. Indeed, with such a big heart, why not allocate the time you usually spend worrying about Gaming to the pursuit of other things, like going for a stroll, drinking tea, or taking in the scenery? You never know what's
The blink.
Children grow up in quite the same way, do they not? Day after day, year after year, sometimes in the blink of an eye, but always when you least expect it.
Yes, you can say that again. One sec.
Zhongli certainly has a way with words. Oh, Gaming is back! Hey, Gaming, we're over here!
Dad, Traveler, Paimon. Good, you're all here. Oh, and Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? You're here too?
A fated meeting indeed.
Is everything...
Well...
What does that mean?
Traveler, Paimon, come with me. I'll come right out and say it. Those two bandits, you sent them, didn't you?
So, that's how we're starting off?
Can't look me in the eye, huh?
Okay, but...
At first, their mannerisms seemed a bit stilted. But once I got close, I was right on their tail, and it should have taken only a few steps to catch up to them, yet somehow people with that level of skill would have gone about things differently from the start. Like sneaking up, unless, of course, their real motive was to...
Wow, you're pretty...
I just have a lot of experience. I've dealt with many a ruthless band. In the end, I told them they would make good guards if they ever wanted to get back on the straight and narrow, and that they could hang out with me.
You ever consider you might be a little too good?
I'm guessing you guys were trying to help resolve things between my dad and me? I appreciate it, but this conflict between us has, even if those two were real bandits, and I was able to subdue them, and you've seen the way he talks to me.
It's not like that at all! Your dad, Zhongli, was talking things through. You don't believe us?
He won't let it go. He can say as much as he wants to other people, but he won't talk to me.
You told us you wanted to prove yourself to your dad.
Will that even do anything?
You won't know unless you try. Just listen to us. It's time to put these people's...
I'll do my best.
Despite my being in the tea industry for several decades.
You flatter me. It was nothing.
How much tea have you drank since we've been gone?
Ipdak and I have found many a common interest.
Well said, Mr. Gaming. Mr. Zhongli is very knowledgeable.
Huh?
Ahem.
I have very much enjoyed our conversation, Ipdak, but I, unfortunately, have some unfinished funeral.
Oh, my apologies for taking up so much of your time, Mr. Zhongli. No need.
It would be an honor.
We'll see you off, Zhongli. You two have a nice chat, alright? Thanks for helping us talk things through with Uncle Ip. Good thing.
I have been around the both of you for some time now. As for my role in the conversation, think...
Why did you have us walk all this way?
A friend,
Hello.
Xiao! You're...
I've been here the whole time. A ghostly kite. Could that elusive Director Hu be coming to Wangshu Inn once again? What is she doing here? I suppose it matters not. It's you.
Ah, your arrival is most fortuitous. The addition of the power source makes the takeoff more stable.
He seems quite immersed in the stuff.
I fear it's almost too stable. It completely negates the pleasure of seeing one's kite. In truth, I'm here because Director Hu dispatched me to purchase some items in preparation for Lantern Rite.
I see. Much like she does every year. Am I wrong? Or has she once again sent you out to buy...
While we're on the subject, I do wonder why she is so obsessed with using sesame oil in the preparation of mixed vegetable dishes for Lantern Rite. A recommendation from
I've only met Director Hu a few times.
Ah, and is that not a sign that you should visit Wangsheng Funeral Parlor more often? It wouldn't hurt to grace the parlor with your presence now and again, when you are This one here is a traditional kite, one without any equipped mechanical device. Many hands make light work. Perhaps...
All right. I have made my comparisons. If speed is what you're after, the mechanical...
Wonderful. I shall pass that. I'll leave these two kites with you. Perhaps you can find a... Well, I would imagine someone of your talent...
So, you were testing out the kites for Hu Tao and even roped Xiao into doing it for you?
I would hardly say I roped Xiao into anything.
Seems like our pool of competitors is growing. Do you like kite flying?
I suppose I neither like, although watching a kite gradually ascend into the sky does bring me a certain... Perhaps they're a bit like Shao lanterns in that way.
Kite flying is also a
Have you ever thought about making a kite Cloud Retainer taught us how. We can...
There's no need. Minogius was the only Yaksha among us who had an interest in matters of ornamentation and design. When Lantern Rite is over, come find me near Pervasi's temple if you have the time.
It's getting late.
How has she been, by the way? Be sure to...
The last time I spoke to her, she mentioned that she would be visiting Chaoying Village in a few days. If you have the time, perhaps you could also make the trip.
We'll keep that in mind. Take care, Zhongli. See you later.
See you next time.
Coming.
You...
I don't have anything.
Then I'll go. I still don't want to leave Liu Har...
Oh, I can't say I support that decision, but... Hey, let me...
Sit, Shinhe, sit. You must be tired from your journey.
No need. I'm not tired. They're gone, Master.
Perfect. The time is nigh for us to... Do you remember the plan when recounting?
Yes, Master. We aim to give them a So I'll have whatever you are.
All right.
What are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe doing here? Just how many people are...
Perfect. I just so happen to have bought... Or it would be if one has not been forced to drink it every day in the hopes of whittling down one's considerable stash. One has more than had one's... Forget it. Such thoughts detract from the... Has work been busy during the holiday season?
Drunk guests can sometimes cause trouble, but I deal with them as you taught me.
Are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe serious right now?
Oh dear. While one was busy orchestrating this act, what I meant to ask was, have you made any new friends?
You already know. Recently, I've been conversing with Guoba in the kitchen at night.
The poor child. I guess... maybe got...
Let's move on.
That sounds about right. Take her to do something fun, and perhaps she'll loosen...
Like we used to do when we would carry stones up and down the mountain from dawn until dusk.
Dad, here, have some tea.
Yeah. Coming. I'd like to... I don't support your decision to stay in Liyue Harbor. If you come home, there will be people to help you. I'm not saying we have your aunts, uncles.
Huh. I didn't know dim sum was such an important... Shh!
Just think about it. Okay?
Dad really has changed a lot. But I thank you.
It's been long enough, don't you think? Oh, they're drinking tea in silence. Hey, you two! Paimon's sorry we were gone.
Perfect timing, actually.
Yep, let's go.
Calming head.
You must be Mr. Ip! My name is Charlotte, and I'm a reporter from Fontaine.
An interview?
I suppose you could think of it that way. We Fontaine...
The Fontaine Mark. Then I'll need some time to adequately...
Of course, of course! Please follow me.
Is this person also involved in your plan? And here I thought I had lots of connections.
Over here! Yoo-hoo! Over here!
Huh? What?
She probably wants to talk about the next phase of the plan.
I take it that all is going well.
Don't worry, Xianyun. Everything is going
I knew it. I knew that was all an act earlier. She was so determined to help me. She didn't even care about making herself and Shenhe appear foolish and
As for the next step...
Oh no!
What's wrong, Gamin?
Don't tell me you're the ones footing the bill for all that tea. I can't let you do that.
Fret not. Reimbursements will be made.
Exactly. Think of it more as an investment, as Ningguang. We pooled together the Mora so that Charlotte could place the order. She's gonna bring it back to the Steambird as a gift. Fontanians will probably fall in love with your dad's tea as soon as they lay their eyes on Charlotte's article.
Oh, okay. Business-related matters always seem to go over my head, but I refuse to let you all lose more on my behalf. I'll pay you back right now.
We can talk about such matters at a later date.
Yes. I've been thinking about it the whole way here. I have an idea. But I'd hate to cause even more trouble for all of you.
That is for us to decide.
Yeah, we're all friends here. Plus, we wouldn't be here if we didn't want to help, right? Just tell us about this idea of yours.
Okay. So, it's like this.
Got it! Just leave it to us. Let's split up and make it happen. We need to do those things we talked about, but we also still have the kite flying competition. Since Xiao already tested out those kites for us, why don't we also go buy one of those Hello again!
Welcome back. I see you returned from your trip. I really do have to thank you for all. Thanks to you, my daughter was able to build a kite with her grandmother that very same day. She even wrote a long...
Oh, you should really be thanking Gaming, not us!
I'll be sure to. And are you here to buy a kite? Please, take your pick.
Oh, we already have a kite. We wanted to buy one of those,
Yes. Here you go. Please, take it, free of charge.
It doesn't feel right for us to just take it.
Well, nor would it feel right for me to take your Mora. Good luck in the kite flying competition. I'll be rooting for you.
All right then, thank you. Phew, it's done. Let's get down to business. Looks like we finished everything we needed to do. Let's find a good place and put this thing into the sky.
Finally, excited for this.
Chi-Chi, we're almost there.
Okay. You look so confused. I thought this was my first lantern rite in Genshin, like ever. I'll say I'll
Come
take
here,
extra
allow me.
Oh. They still act like overdone.
Huh? Oh, what's going on?
Did something happen? What should we do? Oh, should we get the Millilith?
What's that?
This is actually sick. Oh. Let's see.
taken that many pictures already? I need to load more film.
Wait, the wind.
Oh my gosh! Mommy, I want a big kite like that too! Do you see that kite way out in front? It's so beautiful!
Happy Lantern Rite. Happy Lantern Rite.
Hmm?
Cummings' performance was so cool, Paimon almost wanted to join in. You saw that, right, Traveler? Let's go find him. Oh, he's over there, talking to his dad. I think I'll head off now, if that's okay.
Thank you, little girl.
No need, no need. Master is waiting for me right over there.
Son. I suppose I'll go first.
Okay.
Your performance. I've seen many wuxia dances in my time, but I've gotta admit, well, you...
Wow, I never thought I'd live to hear you say that.
You're serious about doing this professionally?
Absolutely. I know it'll be difficult, but...
Then it doesn't matter. What I mean to say is, of course it'll be difficult. But if that really, when I was young, I also... All I really want to say is, I've changed my mind. Much like this kite. You also deserve to soar to new...
Dad.
Son.
Son?
I bet you're wondering what's gotten into me.
Well, a little bit, yeah.
Anyway, I know I've never found the chance to say this before, but... to me, Gaming, you've always been a great kid. Alright, that's everything.
This actually makes me tear up. Perfect father and son duo.
Seeing the two of them talk things through like this really gives Paimon a sense of accomplishment.
Now go. Over there. Your friends are still waiting.
Huh? But you came all the...
I'll be staying in Liyue Harbor for a bit longer. When you have time, we can grab dim sum together. Your treat, right?
Dad, honestly.
Go.
Okay, then I'm off. Really?
It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
I'd like to find and thank Auntie Xinyun. As well, if everyone has time, maybe we could all get together and go fly a kite.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! Didn't Zhongli say Hu Tao was also planning on spending some time in Xiaoying Village? We didn't have anything else to do today, right? Why don't we go have a look around? Maybe we'll run into her.
I want to go fishing!
The mountain air is so refreshing. It makes Paimon feel like she could float around up.
Cream! Gummy!
Huh? Did you?
Sunshine! Blue skies!
Right? So Paimon wasn't just hearing things. That voice. Well, we've got the time. Why don't we go check it out? What are they doing here? Navia, Clarande!
Well, if it isn't my dear... See, I told you that something good was going to happen during our travels today.
I have to say...
It's just your lucky day.
Are you guys also here to catch the festivities?
Oh, happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite to you too! Wait, if you're here for Lantern and that voice we heard...
Oh, impressive. You could tell it was me.
That or your voice is just really loud.
Well, of course it is.
Indeed.
Sure is! Having a loud voice is a hand... Wait. That wasn't even Paimon. Paimon just wants to know why you two were shouting from the... There was something about almonds, maybe? And Buell?
No, it's not a code.
Perhaps. But that's just what mountain climbers do, right? After all the hard work it takes to make it to the top, as you stand on the summit looking out at the vast scenery, it's not easy. Exactly. I was afraid that it would cause a disturbance, so I asked the locals around here, and they said it was fine. Apparently so, you see, it's not just me.
Speak for yourself.
When you're stressed, don't you ever just get the urge to do something?
Not really. If I ever get stressed, I just go hunting.
Oh, that's a pretty good way to relieve stress.
What I choose to hunt depends on my mood.
Huh?
Anyway, why don't you two give it a try?
As long as Paimon has clothes on her back and food in her belly, Paimon doesn't think there's any stress that needs relieving.
Oh, I bet you guys are just too embarrassed to let loose. No need to be shy. Even Farina was shouting from the top of this mountain.
Huh? Did Paimon hear that right? Farina's also here?
Believe in your ears. It is indeed as you heard. Actually, the reason we climbed this mountain in the first place was also because—
Yes, we could just about make out someone yelling things like, "Help me!" and "What should I do?" So we hurried up here to check it out. And what do you know? Miss Farina was standing right there, all red in the face.
Ah, that reminds me. I believe what she actually said was, "So help me, I will figure out what I should do."
So you could actually hear what she was—
I figured we would come check out the situation either way.
Oh, seems like you caught Farina in the middle of... She probably would have never thought... No, she definitely would have never thought she would run into anyone she knew all the way out here.
I think so. we ran into Nervalet.
What? Neverland was here too? What was he doing here?
I think it just might have been, actually. But apparently he only stayed for half a day before heading back.
Neuvillette is not the type to take much time off. Taking even a half day for himself.
Didn't Charlotte publish an article on the Liyue tea industry recently? Maybe he was inspired to...
My situation is completely different. I'm here because I was asked to...
You Fontanians in your tea...
Oh, it's not for me. I lost a bet with Rides. It was just a spur of the moment. Ridesley gets really invested in that sort of thing. You could give him mint plants that you plucked from the side of the road.
If only he was that easygoing when it came... In any case, I'm pretty sure the tea you bought is this region's specialty. What is it called again? Yes, that's the one.
You didn't really buy 10 boxes, did you?
Please. Do I look like someone who would fall for that sort of marketing trap?
That reminds me. You guys said you only came up here because you heard my voice, right? I hope it didn't put you out. You must have had other plans for the day.
Oh, that's right. Who tell? A few days ago, we heard that a friend was going to be in...
Oh, dear. We've been chatting for...
We should probably have...
No need to stay on our account. We just got up here, so...
Go and meet your friend.
Sounds good. We're gonna head... Chaoying Village is known for its tea. But you know what else they have with tea? That's right, dim sum! Didn't Gaming say something about dim sum being eaten in the morning? Oh, Paimon wonders if we can still get some at this time of day. Oh, well that's fine too. Paimon doesn't care what kind of tea it is as long as it comes with some taste. Now, let's see what kind of yummy things we can find around here. Paimon's not seeing things, is she? Is that Farina standing between Zhongli and Hu Tao? Wonder what they're talking about. Zhongli knows a lot of stuff. Maybe he's telling Farina about Chaoying Village. Oh, or maybe Hu Tao is trying to rope Farina into being one of her clients. Hey, this isn't the Fortress of Meropide. But Paimon could be convinced for the right since Zhongli is there, Paimon bets things are pretty tame. It's decided then. Paimon votes for tour guide Zhongli. All right, no time to waste. Let's go see who's right. Great, now Paimon's shouting too.
Oh, well, aren't you a
That we were able to meet you both without prior arrangement.
Huh? Oh, so both of you are acquainted with the Traveler and Paimon then? Looks like someone's... I must admit, but seeing as you're a hero who's been all over... Since we have found ourselves in each other's company within this fertile land...
It appears you have been to Fontaine then, given your proclivity to spread good deeds wherever you go. It's no...
What I mean to say is, although I've built up a certain following within I stand before you right now as nothing more than an ordinary... There is definitely more to Mr. Zhongli than meets the eye. Given his breadth of knowledge on both academic and world... Is he just feigning...
No. Yeah. You're no common tourist. I simply...
Does that mean Hu Tao...
You may not have heard, friends, but... Miss Farina is now one of my... Okay, you win. Guess Paimon will have to break into the hidden stash at the bottom of her shoe.
What's this about with...
Don't tell me. You two were placing bets on us. friend. Must have. That I do, my friend. What was Paimon's guess then? Paimon thought Zhongli was showing the newbie around.
By...
If that's the case, then Paimon's guess.
Oh, that's right. Mr. Zhongli was telling me...
Ha! You see? Since both of our guesses were right, there can't be a winner or a... Hey, don't be ups. How about this? You buy Paimon a bowl and Paimon will also buy you a bowl. As for... Since I was the subject of the bet, perhaps it should go to me? You know, as a congratulations for the huge deal I just... I was just joking. Anyway, I should be the one treating you. The funeral parlor is about to bring... Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask... Did I... Something...
Huh?
Well, you know, with...
Oh, well...
Really? Paimon is so sorry for your loss.
Whoa, it's not like that.
Huh? But Paimon just thought...
Really, Paimon, it's not like you don't know me. Miss Hu Tao is simply helping prepare. Not too long ago, I read a collection of horror stories from Liyue. The content was and now that Fontaine's biggest star has returned to the stage, I figured it's about time the industry enjoyed a breath of... Hey! That's pretty good.
Oh, Paimon, see? So, did you come to Liyue just to enlist the...
Well, not my original plan was to just relax and enjoy the...
It was a fated meeting indeed.
Zhongli sure loves his lofty turns of phrase. But if you ask me, it's all thanks to that man who stopped to ask for directions. Oh? Who what?
It's someone you know. Wanna take a guess?
What? How did you guess that on... Very impressive, my friend. Huh. Paimon never thought Neuvillette would be the type to get...
I'm sure he didn't get lost. Even he was already getting ready to leave by the time I arrived.
Yup, that's exactly what This area is full of mountains and rivers. It's no... So, were you the one that pointed him in the right direction, Hu Tao? Of course. I'm also a guide of sorts, you know. So naturally, I also have a great sense of direction. But... Speaking of your friend... What about him? He doesn't get out much, does he? No wonder.
All in all, he was only here for half a day. I'm pretty sure...
Oh? This gentleman you speak of must...
I'm sure he does. You didn't see him, but he was dressed like he was about to attend some important meeting. It wasn't anything...
Is that so?
Wait, you didn't see him, Zhongli?
Unfortunately, no. At the time, it appeared as if Director Hu and Miss Farina were having quite the productive conversation.
What a shame. That gentleman seemed like a sophisticated sort of guy. I actually think you two would have hit it off.
Is that so? Hmm? To borrow Miss Farina's turn of phrase.
Well, with the traveler around, I'm sure you'll have a chance to get to know each...
That's right. She's got more friends than she knows what to do with.
Well, that's certainly true. Oh, that reminds me. If you get the chance, you should try and talk to Neuvillette into loosening up a bit. Just tell him the Palais Mermonia isn't going to fall apart if he disappears. Even clams open their shells to let in fresh water every once in a while, right? If he's really that much of a stickler for protocol, he can fill out a leave of absence request. He'd have to approve it himself since he handles that sort of thing now, but you know what I mean.
Seems like this gentleman is also in charge of something pretty important. Sounds like, in my experience, a leader needs to be able to roll with the punches. That also includes knowing when and what to prioritize. It seems like your friend still has a lot of growing to do. If I remember correctly, he's already several thousands of years. You're quite right, Miss Hutao.
Oh? Traveler, Miss Farina. Those two individuals over there appear to recognize...
Oh, it's Navia and Clorand! Hey, over here!
Did everyone bother?
We saw you all chatting
Fontaine,
over here,
Collier,
and we're wondering if we could join in.
Please, excuse the interruption.
Oh, so polite. No apologies necessary. Any friend? Ah, straight to the point. I like it. It's getting late. If we want to catch a boat back before dark, we should probably get going.
Indeed. Then, Miss Farina.
Oh, yes?
When are you planning to head back? Do you need us to escort you?
Oh, I don't think that will be necessary. I mean, you're not my subordinate anymore.
I didn't mean... It's normal for friends to travel home together if they run into each other on the road.
There are a lot of mountainous roads in this area. Exactly! Just like 8 paths converge in a wood. But if you take a closer look, there may be something... My dear demoiselle, stop!
Of course.
Gotta save her. By the way, did I hear you mention that Clorand used to... Then you must have also been a leader. Well, besides... I prefer how things...
I see. Well, you've certainly picked an apt place.
Only the best. Thank you so much, Miss... It's fine. You think the next time you're in this neck of the woods, I'll treat you to some dim sum in the city. Dim sum. Is that... They are a part of it. It's... Oh, so it's... Make sure to order the winter melon cake? Ooh, okay. Wait, but didn't you guys say you were here on vacation? Of course I am. I bought a kite, a parasol. Clorand is the one who didn't buy... So all you're bringing back with you is...
And some tea-flavored hard candy.
Clorand isn't much...
Well, one of us has to practice...
Hey, I'm hardly reckless with my... Me? Oh, well, I bought some tea, of course. Other than that, just some bits and bobs, you know. They should all be things I can use. Now Paimon's even more... If you bought that much stuff... Where did it all go? Oh,
Monsieur Neuvillette took them with him.
Oh, so that's what... Wait, what? Why did he take them? That's cool. Monsieur Neuvillette just saw the amount of bags I felt a bit bad at first, but,
He even offered to deliver my gifts to the fortress of Meripede. Neuvillette is a man of his word.
See? Even Clorand was... If even his trusty subordinate agreed, then... Wow, he seems like a real... If only the funeral parlor had an employee as... Right, Zhongli?
Indeed.
Clorand said Neuvillette offered to deliver her gifts to Risley. So if we go to the entrance of the fortress of Meripede, maybe we'll run into Neuvillette. But we don't know exactly when he'll show up.
It's you. It is. Few people frequent this location.
You call this early?
Strictly speaking, that depends on the agenda. I am hardly bereft of time, however, so working late is of little
Really? If you have so much time on your hands, then what?
First, I should clarify that I was referring to my lifespan, rather than the time at my disposal on any given day. Second, I was unaware you possessed knowledge of my trip to Chaoying. I see. Thank you for informing me. Yes, they have been...
I have to hand it to Clorant. Just a simple gift delivery, and she has the great...
I was just passing through.
All right. Then I hereby confirm
A verbal receipt of confirmation?
Guess not. This quantity of tea, though, seems a little excessive for a gift, don't you think?
About that. Much of that is my own excess, I'm afraid.
Oh?
It was buy 10 boxes, get half off.
Ah, that explains it then. Well, go ahead and leave them to me. I'll get through this stash as fast as I can.
You have my thanks. Oh, there's something else I'd like to...
This is a stone slate.
Well, that is an apt description. It is
a legal codex.
Before the advent of modern writing utensils, information was recorded on stone slabs.
Oh.
Since ancient times, the scales of justice have symbolized as a tribute to that sentiment. This slate was designed after During my travels recently, I chanced upon a roadside stall offering tourists the opportunity. We joked with Clorant some time ago about gifting you a legal codex. So, here you go.
Ah, so that...
I did not expect you to remember it as well. In any case, I hope...
It is a very... I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Even your sense of humor, a gift of this significance, deserves to be put on display, and...
surely there's no need for such...
Just kidding. I don't have it, but we do have a storage room. We can put it next to all the mechanical parts Sijuin has collected.
That sounds good to me.
So that's what you were doing in Chaoying Village.
Indeed. Of course, while I was there, I also took the aftertaste is much purer than what I have delivered to me in Fontaine. It stands to reason that the long-distance transport has a... If you want to experience the true flavor, you simply have to... Then we are of the same mind.
If you say so, but after all, you're hardly...
You're quite right. I suppose I suffer not from a lack of opportunity. However, after reading a few articles about Liyue's holiday traditions, seeing as I was free of responsibilities for the morning, I decided to depart at once. Refreshing. My spontaneous outing seemed to inspire quite a few. Take, for example, my foray into ceramics. At first, soil from the ground is granular and unforgiving, but add the right amount of water, and it becomes soft, moldable, and able to take shape. In the past, I never thought about how quotidian vessels were crafted, but now I have participated in their very making. This is also something I made today.
That's a ladle? Paimon thought it was supposed to be some long-necked sea creature.
That was indeed one of my inspirations. Really? You like it? To tell you the truth, given your unexpected arrival, I find myself quite unequipped to give you the welcome you deserve. Around such an important holiday such as this, human custom would dictate that gifts should be in order. But I'm afraid this is all I can offer. If you'll have it, that is. That is precisely why it would do me such a great honor if you accept it. You are most welcome. Happy Approve a leave of absence request for myself. That sounds like it could easily lead to a vicious cycle of self-indulgence, but as my proclivity to refrain, but now I see that the human world is indeed full of many interesting places to discover.